Hey guys, welcome to music for Friday, May 22nd. We are going to a carnival today, a carnival of the animals. And since we are starting with a lion today, I thought I'd get some lions. I guess some of them are tigers too, but that's all right. Let's get started. Here we go. Your resources for today, you just need Fridays. We have the Carnival of the Animals, and there is a coloring sheet if you wanted to follow along when we do our listening. Now, before we get started with talking about the composer and a little bit about the works, thought I would give you a cute little video about how to pronounce the composer's name. So let's get started with that. It's just a little goofy little thing. The composer's French, and in case if you don't know, in French you don't pronounce all the letters. So this is just a little bit about how to pronounce the composer's name.
Song, song, flame, flame, song, songs. It's pronounced flame, flame. It is pronounced song, song. Flame, flame, song, songs. Flame, flame, song, songs. The man's name is Camel Saint Flames. The man's name is Camille Saint-Saëns. Camille? Camille? Who ever heard of naming a man Camille? Nevertheless, Camille is his name. It is not, yes, it's not, no, it is, yes, that's what it is, Camille. Ridiculous. Camille Saint-Saëns. Correct. Correct. And I suppose you pronounce St. Peter Song Christopher. Ridiculous. The musical number we are performing tonight is The Carnival of the Animals by Camille Saint-Saëns.
So that is what we are going to be talking about, Carnival of the Animals by Camille Saint-Saëns. It's French, so let's learn a little bit about the composer and the Carnival of the Animals by Camille Saint-Saëns. It was written, again, by French composer Camille Saint-Saëns. He was born in Paris, 1835, and he died in Algeria, which is not in France. That's in the northern part of Africa in 1921. He was a romantic period composer. Now, romantic period does not mean all lovey-dovey, kissy-kissy. It means mostly that when they named their music, they didn't name it like Symphony Number 1 in G major. They gave it more real names to their things. So like instead of calling the Carnival of the Animals, instead of calling it like work number 2, he gave it like a real name. He started learning music from his mother and great aunt when he was only a toddler. He gave his first public performance at 5 years old and started composing his own music before the age of 10. He enjoyed writing poetry and essays about music. He sometimes made enemies because he playfully insulted some of his music friends within these writings. Saint-Saëns composed The Carnival of the Animals in 1886. Now, here's something funny. Initially, it was meant to poke fun at some of his friends and colleagues. He did not consider The Carnival of the Animals to be a serious work. It was performed privately during his lifetime and published only after his death. In French, the full French title of his work is, and I'm not even going to try and pronounce it because my French is not good, but this is what it would look like. And if you know French, great. If you don't, then that's okay too, because you don't pronounce all of the letters in French. The instruments that are used, and they're not all used all the time in this. 2 pianos, 2 violins, a viola, cello, a bass, flute, piccolo, clarinet, xylophone, and a glass harmonica. And we'll talk about what a glass harmonica is when we get to the part of it that gets used. And again, just a reminder, the keyboard family, and that's sometimes, remember, the piano's in a keyboard family, sometimes they consider it a string family, and sometimes they consider it in the percussion family. Percussion family has a xylophone and a glass harmonica. String family, you remember, violin, viola, cello, and bass. And woodwind family is a clarinet, flute, and piccolo. So now, the lion. In French, the French title of the piece would be this, and I'm not going to even try to pronounce it. So the instruments used in the lion are piano, violin, viola, cello, and bass. When we listen to it, I want you guys to think about what makes this movement sound like a lion. What do you think they can do with those instruments to make it sound like a lion? Nobody in there, when they play, is going to be going roar. They're going to use some of those instruments to make it sound like a lion. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to have a march theme. There's going to be low runs to represent a lion's roar. So there's going to be some low instruments making a lion roar, and it's going to be loud. There's going to be a final fortissimo, which means very loud, played by all of the instruments. Now, when you listen to it, make sure you listen for those low vrooms. That's going to sound like a lion roar. So you see two pianos. Now this piano has its lid totally off. See, it's right there because this piano has its lid all the way open and those strings are going to vibrate against that one. Trust me on that. You see the violins, the viola, the cello, and the bass, and then two woodwind players right there. The vibraphone, no, it's not vibraphone, the xylophone, sorry. They're sitting off in the background because they're not needed right then. That's all they're going to use right now. So let's listen to, it's going to be a little introduction and then the lion. Here we go. Okay, this is the introduction right now. They're going to do a little intro. That was the introduction, just a little bit. And now here's the lion. There's that lion roar. Again. Lion roar. So did it seem like the lion roar? I thought they did a really good job of making a lion roar from an instrument that does not sound like a lion at all. Could you picture it? The lion just walking around and then a roar. And then just kind of walking around a little bit more. I thought it was pretty easy to picture. Let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.